trying to really get to know her. So Prue, it's nice having you as a friend, but also as a woman within AFGRI that are really leading in a lot of diligence and humility, going through tough things, knowing that who you are, that's amazing. So Prudence, I'm going to give the floor over to you to have a discussion with somebody that are close and dear to my heart, Charmaine Nagel. Thanks, Prudence.
Thank you so much, Krista. Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. So the next person, being Charmaine, that I really want to introduce is somebody who does not aspire to just make a living, but she aspires to make a difference. Today, I salute a leader who is and remains exemplary to me and other females alike. It's a great privilege, Charmaine, to introduce you as a leader who is bold, yet empathetic, someone who's decisive, yet authentic, someone who's influential with great character. You are a selfless leader that I value and will always value because you embody a special character. That is my mantra, which I've carried for years. And that special mantra is self-empowerment and the empowerment of others. Charmaine, today on behalf of AFGRI and others, that have been closer to you within the organization, I think you have led with such great stride. And similarly, you are an exceptional mother, a friend, a colleague, ulinyora. As everybody always gets stuck with words, I tried to Google the word linyora, but unfortunately I could not find the English word. It actually remained the same in Google.
I also can't find it. I can't think of anything.
I couldn't find it. So maybe Andre, that's so good with finding us words, could Google and find us what linyora is in English. But Charmaine, would you briefly just share, your AFGRI journey with us?
Sure. Firstly, I want to thank Krista for this opportunity, as well as you, Prudence, for that very loaded introduction. It sounds like there's feedback somewhere, but I really appreciate that. And I didn't know I had so much of an impact in your life, but thank you for that. So with me, my AFGRI journey started in 2016 when I joined AFGRI grain management as a junior accountant. I then moved, and the biggest highlight today when I first got to AFGRI was that a week or two into me getting the employment, Kwena took me to Marion's office. He came to me and said to me, listen, you remind me of someone. Because when I got here, I was telling Kwena my ambitions, my dreams, what I wanted to do, how far I want to go. And I guess he got to take a liking to that. And he was like, look, you remind me of someone and I want you to meet this person. So I went with Kwena and Kwena took me to Marion's office. And I sat there with Marion for like 45 minutes. And we spoke and we found out that we had a lot of commonalities. But the biggest highlight for me was I fell pregnant a few months into my appointment at AFGRI, and I was freaking out, and I went and told Marion, and she basically reassured me that everything would be okay and that this is nothing new. But the biggest thing she did that kind of changed or was pivotal in my career was that she told me, you will go and have that baby. You will be a good mother. Just promise me one thing. You will not give up on your ambition. You will not be complacent on following your dreams. And I made that promise to myself. I went on maternity leave and I came back like I never left. So for me, that was the biggest thing. Needless to say, Within 2 years, I got 2 promotions, from junior accountant to accountant, then from accountant to senior accountant. Then from there, I was then appointed as financial manager at Lemang, where I currently reside, my home. And the biggest thing for me working in Lemang was seeing the impact that Lemang has on new era farmers, and the fact that we are working towards transforming the face of agriculture in South Africa. That to me spoke to what everything else that was basically what I was working towards, right? And then the biggest impact also was working or volunteering on CSI. In the past 5 years that I've been with AFGRI, I've been involved with the CSI, AFGRI CSI initiatives. I've volunteered, I've been mentoring the high school kids that we've adopted. And the biggest thing for me was the accounting tutoring that I was doing. Through that, I actually realized my passion for impact. Through that, I realized how serving one person can actually change their lives. And it is through that, I actually realized that people from disadvantaged areas actually needed to be exposed, and it gave me courage to actually do something different. So yeah, those are my highlights. Wait, one more. my second highlight is also, well, my last highlight is the impact that I've had on the graduates and the interns that have come through the Lemang doors. Just seeing the difference between how they walked in and how they are now, their work ethic and the confidence that they've built. And both of them are Black female. And to me, that's amazing. So yeah, those are my huge and biggest highlights for my career. And that is my journey in AFGRI so far.
I think you've had quite a fruitful journey in AFGRI. And I think, you know, the ladies that you've mentored probably will be grateful from this point forward and, you know, to eternity. Charmaine, would you say you view that as a legacy that you believe you've embedded in your space from a personal and professional space?
Well, see, legacy, I had to Google legacy today to see exactly what it is. But for me, I think the biggest thing is you would know how or what type of legacy you've left post your leaving, right? But I can only hope that I've instilled in especially in the environment in which I work, which is Lemang, I've instilled a good work ethic also in the mentees that came through me. Other than a good work ethic, I think contributing towards a healthy work environment, which is very important, because you spend 7-8 hours with certain people, you know, in terms of communication, etc. The least we can do is create a healthy environment, and an environment in which everyone is free to basically lead without a title. And I encourage that, because if you come to work fully as yourself, that's the best contribution you can give to work. So not hold back. And I think leading without a title is the biggest legacy that I think I embodied, because a lot of the time I know I've contributed a lot to the entity, but I did not wait to have any title. I actually just went for it. And how I did that is basically by asking questions. I mean, when I first got here, the first thing that was said was, we have an open door policy. And then there was the organizational health structure that was there and the programs that were there. I jumped at every opportunity to attend those, because to me, it was firstly, I could learn something new, and also an opportunity for me to pose questions should I have any. Also, I challenge status quo in the sense that you say there's an open door policy. Believe me, if I have a question, I will ask, right? So whether it's Jacob or Krista or whoever, and I ask whoever it is that I think will give me the right or the close answer to what I need. The biggest thing for me is always ask. And if they give you no for an answer, 10 times out of well, 9 out of 10 times you're speaking to the wrong person if no is the answer, you know. So I push boundaries like that, and I just gained confidence doing that, because every time I went to ask, every time I engaged with someone, I would actually get a response. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Charmaine. I think you know, your rich story is one to be remembered for years to come. And I think I'm still so grateful that we were able to have this conversation on this very platform. Any last words or quote from your side, you know, something that stands out for you?
Okay, so the biggest thing is, I feel like every time we do something as human beings, we need to have our whys. And my constant why for the past 4 to 5 years has been my daughter. And the reason why she's my why is because I want to lead her by example. Kids learn best by seeing actions and not by what is said. So that's my biggest why. And then other than that, I've kept a motto very consistent all the time: stubborn faith. From the time I got here, I had stubborn faith. I pushed boundaries, I asked questions, and that helped me progress in my career. I mean, just recently I was appointed as a board member in TDP, which is an associate company of AFGRI. And that could have happened, I mean, I've only been here for 5 years. That could have happened based on the fact that my work, firstly, my work ethic has spoken for itself, but also because I pushed boundaries, I probably became noticed, you know? So that's the biggest thing. And I've got a quote. Forgive me, I know it's Women's Month. I'm about to quote a man, but and this is something I meditate on and have quiet time on all the time, because I really believe that as human beings, we need to live our purpose. And for me, AFGRI became a platform that created an opportunity for me to discover myself, to discover my purpose, and more than anything, it catalyzed the progression of my career. And I can only be grateful and thankful to AFGRI for all those opportunities and the people that work in it, you know, because I wouldn't be who I am now, I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't surround myself, or if I wasn't surrounded by strong women, strong men, I guess, as well. But I remained teachable, I remained curious, and even now, I'm not at the peak of my career, and based on that, I still have more to learn. So this is the quote that I wanted to get to. It's by Denzel Washington. I hope I do it justice. It says, "True desire in the heart for anything good is proof from God, sent beforehand to indicate that it is yours already." Then he repeats it. He says, "True desire in the heart, that itch that you might have, whatever it is that you might want to do, that one thing that you have to push, whether it is to help others, to grow, and even if it's to make money, that desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you beforehand that it is yours already. Anything that you want that is good, you can have. So claim it and work hard for it. When you do get it, reach back and pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference." So I live by that. And I think if that could be the small legacy that I leave behind, then it would go a long way.
Thank you very much, Charmaine. I think this has been such a fruitful conversation, and I appreciate that you were able to share from the heart and continue breaking grounds and pushing those boundaries, because that is who you are.
Yeah, we're definitely not done. We're going for everything.
Thanks, Charmaine. Krista, before I hand over to you, I would like to honor one of our other powerful females in the organization who is also exiting the business. I'm not sure if she's on the line, but if you are listening, Usisiwe Mangena,